Dylan Gabriel is not that bad, okay? Cleveland, you need to bench him immediately. We can't do that. Why? It's almost Christmas. It is the perfect time to put an elf on a shelf. Even Arthur Smith knew he could use Bijan. Great condiment. I usually put it on sandwiches with just a little bit of Arthur?
My mistake.
Oh, come on.
I'm kidding.
Last couple minutes of the day here on GMFB OT, and look at who we have.
Hey, she's fired up.
You're that girl who wears the mustache with the headset and the whatnot. Like, how does that
That's
go
why I
for
wear
you?
this jacket, so people recognize me a little bit more. No, the idea came from COVID. You know, I thought we needed a little comedy because everybody was so down at that time, and nobody was talking about football. It was almost like we forgot that there was could be a season going on. So I hopped on TikTok, and I have like a roast kind of style is how I talk about football already with my friends and family. And I thought, why don't I just put it in a video and kind of act out the characters? And overnight, it got 3 million views, and I thought, okay, people want this right now.
Well, that was the best wild card weekend ever. I hope you guys all got a kick out of it. I know the Packers didn't. Yes, this week we got to see the greatest rivalry in the NFL. Packers-Bears. No, Justin Herbert and the word if.
The Packers' greatest liability is? Fill in the blank.
Pick your pick. Offense, defense, special teams, coaching. At this point, I will pick one, though. I'll say coaching. Matt LaFleur, I know I've called out his play calling a lot, and I think he's a great coach. I'm not calling to get him fired or anything like that, but I think if he were to give up play calling, it would allow him more opportunities to take over the game management side, to handle 2-minute drills a little bit better. Because right now, it's looking rough.
What about Sunday? Which way are you leaning on Sunday? Who you got?
I got to go Seattle. I said Seattle by 2 scores. I think that defense
a blowout.
is just, I think
well,
so.
Okay, a blowout or?
Right. A little bit more than we expect maybe because everybody's saying it's going to be still a close game. I just think they're going to put a ton of pressure on Drake May. He's got 2 rookies on the left side. Like, you can't protect him the whole game. They can put pressure on a guy with 4 guys rushing. Like, that's an insane defense what Mike McDonald's doing over there in Seattle. I'm going to take Seattle by 2 scores.
We've said this for years. When a quarterback comes into the league, they're playing an entirely different. It wasn't even a system in college. Well, it was a system in college. Now they have a playbook, right? It's a totally different situation. And give them a couple years to develop. We see that with Sam Darnold. It's going to change how people look at quarterbacks, I think. Liam Cohen, probably the most shocking presser I've ever experienced in my life. It will go down as a meme for years to come. I'm going to give him a D for Duval, a D-. What the hell was that?
To break the Liam Cohen and Jacksonville story at the Celtics-Laker game with Paul Pierce on the Boston bench next to Porzingis and Tatum and Brown. So it was a wild 5-minute span inside the crypto arena or whatever.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm stressed when I put out a tweet, but I can't imagine the pressure you guys.
Lions' greatest liability is?
Their offensive coordinator. My guy, John Morton, I don't know what you were doing coming off a bye. First of all, Detroit always struggles off a bye for some unknown reason. Jahmyr Gibbs had 25 yards. Jared Goff has the mobility of a tree, okay? Figure it out on 3rd down. They were 5 of 17 on 3rd down. This offense looked totally different, and I think it's the OC's fault.
Ready for these questions?
Yeah, hard hitters.
They're very tough.
Yeah.
Kansas City barbecue or Philly cheesesteak?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
Okay, ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch. Blue cheese is disgusting.
Okay, guys, we have another guest. He's got a cowboy hat on. I'm so excited. Well, that was interesting. We talked about the refs a little bit, which we all know everyone loves here. How unflattering maybe this game is. I know a lot of people didn't want this matchup. Maybe we wanted to see the Lions in there. We wanted to see the Bills, but this is the matchup we got. And at the end of the day, it is the 2 best teams that we're going to be watching. And, guys, the people that don't want to watch this game, football in New Orleans is already unwatchable. Let's be honest. I'm talking about the Saints, obviously. But I think this is going to be a great matchup. I'm excited. I personally am pulling for Saquon. He is the one sole purpose that I am rooting for this Eagles team in the Super Bowl. And that's the one storyline that's a little bit different. So I'm excited to see how it plays out, but that's where my allegiance lies.
Somebody get Shane Waldron in here, please.
Yeah.
Okay, Shane, who runs a screen pass on 3rd and 29? First time. I would. Luke, get out. This is a little segment we like to call So Long. So long, Rams. Hold your heads high. The future is bright, you guys. You have a Super Bowl winning head coach, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and a defense that's so young Bill Belichick would date it. So long, Baltimore. It's that time of year again where we have to say goodbye, also known as the playoffs. Don't blame Lamar for this one, you guys, okay? It's not his fault he had an interception and a fumble. Let's just drop the narrative, okay? Like Mark Andrews.
Oh.
They utilize guys that you would never have thought of, on that last key play in the game. They went to Samaje Perine, like Juju was more effective than Travis Kelce, who had 19 yards, by the way. That's kind of a concern for me with the Chiefs, and the Eagles really have to be at their best. And like Leroy was just saying, you know, you need to have an insane game by Saquon, obviously, but then you also need to have a great game by Jalen Hurts, which we've seen that happen last Super Bowl. He was close to 400 yards. He can throw the ball.
Saw what happened with JJ and how that was different with Carson Wentz coming in there and how he almost died back behind that O-line. And also the O-line with those injuries, they've never had a snap where all 5 starters are in the game. That's pretty bad. So stay healthy, and you might have a chance in this division.
On behalf of Drake May, we have Annie Agar. She is representing him. And on the defense of Merrill Hodge, we have the highly respected Joshua Perry. Annie, go ahead. Okay. You may present your opening remark.
Here is a quick question. I just want to know if this is the same Merrill that thought Brian Brown was going to be better than Aaron Rodgers. That let me go down the list. That thought Lamar wouldn't fit in that system. That thought Jacob Eason was going to be better than Jalen Hurts, Justin Fields, and Jordan Love. And who, this is the most defaming thing I've ever heard, thought that Kenny Pickett could win a Super Bowl. I just want to know if that's the same man.
Annie Agar, everybody. Go follow her. All your channels the same, Annie Agar? Okay, good. All the videos are fantastic. If you need a little levity in your life, especially if you're a downtrodden fan, this is your girl. So good to see you.